Hello everybody, this is Panda Anime here. And also, before we start the video, welcome to my channel. I just started this channel so I can make videos. A lot of anime related videos, particularly. And I'm excited to what you guys think about it. But we're going to start off with the most controversial topic of One Piece so far. And that is Doffy versus Cracker. So this is a very controversial topic upon versus debaters because it's all over the place. Some people think Cracker beats Doffy no difficulty. Some people think freaking Doffy is just utterly destroying Cracker. And I don't think either of those things are true. But I think it will be an interesting battle. Not only that, I'm going to be honest. I do have a bias from the beginning. I was a Cracker fan, and I always thought Cracker was going to destroy Doffy, because I just didn't see a way Doffy can even hurt Cracker. But my opinion has changed, and I'm going to do an unbiased versus discussion, at least unbiased as I can. We will see who will win, Doffy versus Cracker. So, we're going to be using Cracker in his Biscuit's armor if we're beginning the battle, but we'll do a what-if scenario if Cracker was already out of his Biscuit Soldier. But it doesn't really matter because the same result will happen, but whatever. So Cracker's Devil Fruit is really, really powerful. It makes the Biscuit Soldiers very, very hard. So hard that not even a Gear 3rd Elephant Gun Luffy could do a scratch to it. Like, it did absolutely nothing. Luffy did Hawk Gatling on it, did nothing. It only when Luffy went to Gear 4 and hit him with a Kong gun twice, Cracker was still there. It took that much to beat one. That's insane. Not only that, with multiple Biscuit Soldiers, he blocked the Kong ore gun, and he can just make endless of them. Not only that, Cracker himself was able to cut like 3/4 into Gear 4. No one has done that up until that point. Cracker is a goddarn monster. But his endurance is less than appealing. He got taken out by one Gear 4th cannonball very easily. So yeah, Cracker's endurance is not the greatest since Luffy took him out with one Gear 4th cannonball in Tank Man. But that's pretty much all I can talk about for Cracker. Let's move on to Doflamingo. And since we talked about Cracker's Devil Fruit first, we'll talk about Doflamingo's. Doflamingo's Devil Fruit is allow him to make strings from his fingers to slash people. And he can do a lot of things with this. He can just make 5 colored strings, which is just 5 strings he slashes people with. He can also make clones of himself to fight other opponents while he just sits in his chair. And he can make his string a living bullet. His awakening allows him to turn buildings and everything into literal string. This is so versatile, in fact, that Gear 4th Luffy was on the defensive for majority of the fight when this was active. The awakening is so powerful, it was able to pierce right through Luffy's ornament hockey, and he wasn't even trying at that point. He also made a spider web able to block Gear 3rd's Luffy's elephant gun casually. Sounds familiar, right? He was also manhandling Luffy, was able to overpower him on multiple occasions. And this same Doflamingo just had his organs destroyed, and he's still fighting Luffy and overpowering him. While we're on that topic, let's talk about his endurance. This is going to be a long list, but this includes getting Red Hawk straight in the gut, got Gamma knifed in the chest, that literally destroys internal organs, then got hawk stamped right in the chest right afterwards. Then he got counter-shocked right in the same chest. And after stitching his organs back together, he still has enough energy to beat the crap out of Luffy again by himself in a near-death situation. Not only that, after Luffy goes in Gear 4th, and he also took the Kong Gun, the Rhino Snizer, and the Caliban. Not only that, he took a Leo Bazooka into the chest, got knocked out temporarily, and then just got back up, and was still able to beat the crap out of Viola, and beat the crap out of Luffy again. And then he finally went down to a King Kong gun. It took all that to beat Doflamingo. Now, let's see who will win between Doffy and Cracker in a normal scenario. There's two problems that either side will go against each other will deal with in this fight. Number one, Cracker's Biscuit Soldiers. Doffy cannot break it with his normal strings. There's just no way. This is a major problem for Doffy because Doffy's strings, at least normally, will not break through it, and he can continually to make them over and over again. Now, the problem for Cracker is, well, Doflamingo can literally fly, and Cracker can't fly. It's actually pretty darn simple. I mean, like, this is a major disadvantage for Cracker, and a major disadvantage for Doffy. But, let's see how the battle will play out between the two. The battle will take place like this. Cracker will send his biscuit soldiers at Doflamingo, and Doflamingo will find out easily that his strings are not affecting this. Cracker will again make more biscuit soldiers to try to overwhelm Doflamingo with just brute force of the biscuit soldiers. At which point, Doflamingo was trying to fly away, try to keep some distance between him and the biscuit soldiers. And this is a major problem because the biscuit soldiers can't fly, and they have no range attacks. At which point, Cracker himself is confused, because he never seen anybody who could just fly like this. So he has to take matters in his own hand, and try to slash Doffy with his sword. At which point, Doflamingo retaliates with his big spider web. This will easily block Cracker's sword for a number of reasons. Number one, Doflamingo's normal strings are almost unbreakable, because not even Law or an Admiral can break the strings. Heck, his Awakening was able to block Gear 4's Luffy's double Caliban pretty casually. And again, Doflamingo was in a near-death situation. And his spiderweb is supposedly more durable than his Awakening in defense. So that means his spiderweb can easily block a Kong gun. Which means this is supported because as Luffy was fighting Doflamingo, he got a flashback from Rayleigh telling if his Kong guns aren't working, he has to use something even more powerful. Which meaning, Luffy wasn't confident that his Kong guns would even be enough to even stop Doflamingo. So he used his King Kong gun, which did work. It took that to break it. So, there's no doubt in my mind that Cracker's sword will be enough to break an already unbreakable string, which is able to block Gear 4 techniques in his Awakening, and his spiderweb is supposed to be even stronger than that. That's when you wonder, actually. His biscuit soldiers can't even pierce Luffy's ornament hockey, and Doflamingo's strings are. Doflamingo even blocked Gear 4 techniques in his Awakening, and his biscuit soldiers can't even take a one hit. Doflamingo's strings are actually more durable than the biscuit soldiers. So even if the Biscuit Soldiers get close to Doflamingo could just put up his big spider web. And he's good. He's safe from the Biscuit Soldiers. Because the Biscuit Soldiers can't even break through Loopy's Armament Hockey, and Doflamingo's strings can, and they were able to block Gear 4 techniques. Now, this is very limited for Cracker to do in these situations. Since Cracker can't fly, all he can really do is jump and try to hit Doflamingo. Doflamingo can either put his spider web up, or he can just fly away even higher. There's not a lot Cracker can do in these situations. Barely. All he can do is jump and try to hit Doflamingo, and that's it. But on the other hand, Doflamingo can do a lot more things to Cracker. Even if his awakening can't break through his Biscuit Soldiers, they're still very versatile and they can go any direction. They can literally fly everywhere and move across the battlefield. He can just surround the Biscuit Soldiers and just aim his awakening near Cracker. Cracker probably had to deal with all the awakening strings, and he can just keep making more. So now he can put up his literal spider web while using his awakening strings. So at this point, Doflamingo has strings that are more durable than the Biscuit Soldiers. He can fly, and the Biscuit Soldiers cannot fly. And his awakening strings can go across the battlefield, surrounding Biscuit Soldiers, and go in more directions, and can probably overwhelm Cracker. There's just not a lot Cracker can do in retaliation. Not to mention, Cracker and Doflamingo's durability are like night and day. Cracker got taken out by one Gear 4 technique, and Doflamingo took on multiple Gear 4 techniques, and all the crap I said earlier, while having his organs destroyed, and all he had to do was stitch it together, and he was good for the most part. So yeah, I do believe Doflamingo takes this battle. I think it will be a mid difficulty. It won't be too hard for Doflamingo, but it won't be like the hardest thing he's ever done. I'm glad I talked about this topic because it's been on my chest for a little bit. I know there's going to be a lot of Cracker people who's like, no, Cracker beats Doflamingo, no difficulty. But come on, guys, that doesn't make any sense. But regardless, I'm sorry if I missed anything about Cracker, but there's not a lot Cracker can do. I talked about all of Cracker's abilities, and none of them can really work. So, yeah, I'm glad that we talked about this. And, yeah, I know there's going to be people who disagree with me in the comments, but who cares? Hope you guys liked the video. This is Panda Anime. Hope you guys liked the video. We'll make more videos. And it's raining on my head. Great. Thank you guys for watching. So yeah, Doflamingo has too many advantages over Cracker. He can fly, he has the range, he has the durability, and he has the defense stronger than his Biscuit soldiers. At that point, there's not a lot Cracker can do, and Cracker will tire himself out making Biscuit soldiers, or tire himself out dealing with the awakening strings until they kill him.